take. Nako, tawa na po kami ng tawa kanina during the break. I have with me now an Asian American comedy star. He hosts Laugh Factory every Friday, and we're gonna meet him in just a little while. If you don't know him yet, you should watch this.
I remember the first junior high dance I went to. You remember that? Junior high dance? No? Is it called junior high here? Middle school? Middle school? Yeah, I remember, you know, all the guys on one side, all the girls on the other side. This tall white girl. And I'm like, would you like to dance? She's like, okay. We're like this far apart, remember that? And you look back at your boys, you're like... And I remember she was wearing like this dress, and then out like of her shoulder area, I saw this hair sticking out. And I was like, what? So when she wasn't looking, I pulled it, and then she grabbed her armpit. She's like, ow! So I was like, what? That was my first dance experience.
Kim is in the house
What's
speaking.
up?
Hello and welcome to Kababayan,
Thank
LA.
you. Thanks
This
for
is
having
your
me.
first time.
First time.
You know, I was watching, we were reviewing some of your clips earlier, and I really love the way you did your Asian version of apple bottom jeans.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Can you do a little bit of that?
She's a smart Asian girl, she messes up the curve. The whole library looking at her. She studies hard, report card says 4.0.
You are hilarious.
Thank you.
The thing is, we didn't know that you actually lived in the Philippines for 4 months. What were you doing there?
Right after college, I answered emails for Nokia for a company called People Support.
I'm sure you made them laugh too.
Yeah. I was still starting as a comedian back then, but I loved Philippines. It was San Miguel beer every day.
Yeah.
And seasick.
Do you include Philippines or something about the Philippines in some of your acts?
No,
maybe?
I haven't yet, but a lot of my close comedian friends are Filipino. Joey Gila.
Joey Gila, yeah.
He emceed my wedding.
Oh,
yeah. You know, big time comic Joe Coy, Rex Navarrete. Dan Gabriel, Edwin San Juan, Ron Jocelyn. I respect them so much.
You're mentioning a lot of Filipino-American comedians.
Yes.
And obviously, you're all under one umbrella, which is Asian-American comedians.
Yeah.
Is it difficult?
Very. But it's getting a lot better. You know what really...
Okay, why is it difficult first?
They don't look at Asians as funny. Usually, you know, they used to make fun of us. Of course, I was one of the only Asians in my neighborhood, so they used to be like, do you eat rice every day?
Right.
And, are you going to eat your pet dog? Can I blindfold you with dental
And sometimes
floss?
it's not even funny.
Yeah.
The way they make fun of you.
Yeah, it's painful.
Right.
But then...
are you being serious or are you being...
No, a lot of comedy comes from pain. Yeah. So, like, but then it's taking that pain and making it, you know, funny. Like, I fell on my face and I chipped these 2 teeth. And then my mom was like, go to Korea because it's cheap there, you know. But you should never go cheap on your teeth, all right? So I have cheap teeth.
Right.
And then my friends took me to a rave techno club with black light, and then all my other teeth were glowing except for these 2 teeth right here.
Oh my God, that is embarrassing.
Yeah. It looked like I was missing 2 teeth all night. Like I looked like an Asian jack-o'-lantern all night. So I was dancing.
Right.
But my friends were like, can you close your mouth? You're embarrassing right now. So
keep your lips together.
Yeah, keep your lips together all night. So that pain turned into comedy over time. You know, they say like pain plus time equals comedy.
Well, but I always, I like that. Pain plus time equals comedy.
Yeah.
But I always ask this of Filipino-American comedians. Usually in the repertoire, they make fun of their own culture.
Yeah.
Like the accent and then the way they do things. Do you do that also for Korean-Americans? You're Korean-American, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I try to do that only in front of like Asian crowds because you know it might get taken the wrong way.
Right.
But you know, when I'm in front of Korean crowds, I always make fun of us first.
Right.
Before I make fun of.
How about the
people.
possibility of offending? Because you're treading a fine line between, you know, funny and offensive.
True.
Some people, you know, we don't know the sensitivities of people, and especially if you perform for a crowd, you don't know who's in the crowd, and you don't know how sensitive they are.
True. You know, I've become so jaded. When I first started at Laugh Factory in Hollywood, I was, you know, I grew up in church.
Oh.
So everything they said, I was always like, I think
everything was scandalous.
Everything was, everything was like over the line.
Yeah.
But my line has been pushed so far over now that you know, when I see my friends come for the first time, they're like, they're allowed to say that. But I realize it is a fine line, but one of the beauty of America is free speech. And so.
What about your Asian parents?
You know,
have they seen you?
My my parents, at first they were not happy.
Right.
But you know, my dad passed away a few months ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And but one thing that he said before he passed, he said, okay, if you're gonna do this, then one, go all out, and then two, he said, don't make fun of me.
Oh. And that's what you're not doing and doing. Not making fun of your dad. Are you? Hopefully not.
I have one joke about my dad. Basically, he always says everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
He always said everything happens for a reason. And then, you know, I'm the last of 5 kids. I have 2 brothers, 2 older sisters, 2 older brothers. They're all 2 years apart, but I'm the 5th. I'm 10 years apart from my next brother.
Wow.
So I felt like an accident my whole life.
Right.
So I remember in 6th grade, I went to my dad, you know, I'm like, am I an accident? You know? And then he said, there are no accidents in God's kingdom, only regret. And then my mom was like, no, you are here because condom broke. You beat all the other swimming tadpoles.
Yeah, you're a survivor.
I'm a survivor.
And if you want to hear more from Paul Kim from PK, that's the website on the screen. He has a lot of gigs. I don't know if we're allowed to show that, if we were able to put that on the slide, but that's the website. If you want to get more information, there you go. Laugh Factory tonight and every Friday. Thank you so much, and more power to you.
Thank you.
All right.